So hey guys, what's going on? This is All Day OBJ here, and today what I got for you guys is some Titanfall gameplay. And basically guys, before I get too far into the commentary, I wanted to apologize right off the bat if I do sound a little bit nasally retarded. Basically, I've been a little bit sickly lately. I'm not feeling 100%, that's why I didn't do a commentary yesterday, because instead I just posted that MW3 clip, or not yesterday, day before yesterday, whatever. Actually, both days. I did my series Nuclear Cinema, because, well, first off, I wanted to start a new series, but second off, I couldn't do a commentary, and then the day before I posted a Modern Warfare 3 clip, just because I could not do a commentary either way, because I've been feeling a bit sickly, as I said before. But basically, you know, today I'm feeling a little bit better, and if you hear some panting in the background, that's my dog over here. She's panting up a storm here. But anyways, basically, guys, what I wanted to talk about today is Titanfall and my first impressions on this game so far. So, what do I think of Titanfall? So I'm going to go over kind of the goods and the bads, all that good stuff like that. So let's get straight into this. What I think, so first let's go over the goods. There are a lot of good parts to this game. This game legitimately is a very good game. So I'm going to go over the goods right now pretty fast. So one of the good parts. So the game is fast-paced. It's full of action. There will always be enemies for you to kill. And, there's the pant again. That's my dog. Anyways, though, this game is full of action. It's action-packed. You'll never have trouble finding enemies, anything like that. It's fast-paced. If you're looking for a change from Call of Duty Ghosts, which is kind of like the opposite of fast-paced, then this game definitely brings that. It is a very, very fast-paced game. Now, besides that, this game also has some very fluid movement mechanics. The mechanics just feel really natural. The wall running, the double jumping, things like that. The parkour is absolutely sick. It's, as I said, it feels great, feels natural. It works really well. I think they did a very good job on the movement in this game. So, you know, that's definitely another thing they did very well. Besides that, the Titan v Titan combat is actually really good. At first, when I got the game, I actually thought it was pretty bad. I thought it was mainly centered around shield, but as, you know, I've become less of a noob when it comes to Titan v Titan combat, it actually takes a lot more than just the shield. It takes a lot of dashing and other combat mechanics to end up, you know, winning a Titan v Titan battle. So, you know, I definitely think the Titan v Titan combat is really good. Other stuff, the gun balance is also really good. You know, overall, this game is pretty beast. So now that I've talked about the good parts, I'm going to talk about the bad parts. So basically, there are only a couple of bad things to this game, and I'm going to name them real fast. First off, it's not available for PlayStation users. That really sucks. So this game, you know, I think the main reason why it can't be a COD killer is because of that. Second off, with this game, is that there are too many bots. And when I say there are too many bots, what I mean is that this game, it has less of a fun value for me. It's not as fun as games like Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, things like that. And I think the main reason why it isn't as fun is it's not because the game is bad or anything like that. It is simply because I don't get as much satisfaction when I play this game. When I'm killing all these bots, these grunts all the time, you know, I don't get a lot of satisfaction, because honestly, guys, when you play Titanfall, finding another enemy, another real person, another pilot, it doesn't happen very much. It's pretty rare. You know, you're not going to get a lot of pilot kills in a game. Like, you know, in this game, I got like 10 pilot kills, and for Titanfall, you know, I don't really know, no one knows the gameplay standards, but 10 pilots, that's a pretty good amount, you know, that's a pretty decent amount. 10 pilots is definitely pretty good. In most games, I don't even find 10 pilots. Like, you know, I just wish there were more people to kill rather than bots. So that's the main bad thing. As well as the other bad thing is that, obviously in this game, actually it's not very obvious, but if you haven't played it, then you won't know this, but if you do play it, there aren't very many guns. With the guns that are around, you know, the balance is pretty good, although there really aren't very many. I believe there are 13 guns, like 10 primaries, 3 sidearms, something like that. I'm not counting anti-Titan weapons, but, you know, besides that, there isn't a whole lot of variety gun-wise, and I definitely wish there was more variety when it comes to guns, because I think this game would be a lot better if it did have some more variety. So besides those 3 main things, although for me, I play on Xbox, so I guess the PlayStation thing doesn't really affect me, although it definitely affects others. You know, besides those three main things, I definitely think this game is really good. They definitely did a really good job on it. But for me, it just isn't as fun as a lot of the older CODs, and the main reason why is because it's just, you don't get the same satisfaction killing bots, because it's so easy, you know. But anyways, as you can see here, I'm inside a Titan right now, and this Titan that I'm using, it's called the Atlas, I believe. It's the default Titan. It's basically kind of the middle of all the Titans. And I think a lot of people, you know, first off, a lot of people don't even play the Titanfall campaign, which is actually an online campaign. But if you do play the campaign, it lets you unlock the other Titans. But for the people that haven't played the campaign, obviously all they have is the Atlas, which is the Titan I'm using now. But for the people that do play the campaigns, I find that a lot of people tend to use the Ogre, which is a Titan that is pretty slow, but has about 10,000 health, and has really and look at that, I just flew straight through the dropship, and I didn't end up escaping because I just flew through it. But basically, the Ogre has a bunch of health, and it has some really powerful melee attacks, and then there's also the Strider, which doesn't have as much health, but is really fast. So basically, you know, I think the Strider is really underestimated. The Strider is actually really beast because you get 3 dashes, and you move really fast, so you can go around juking people, dash, 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 shoot them in the back, things like that. It's really good. But anyways, this gameplay is wrapping up. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to click that subscribe button, like button, and click any of these videos in the outro. I'll see you guys later. Bye.